Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-December 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started, Cancer. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's happening for the remainder of December. And we're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're going to do our typical 3 yes or no questions, take a look at your crystal of the month, and do a healing note as well. But again, going back to column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close, we have the card Reaction. This is an interesting card because it means one of two things. Cancer, there could be some things that are going on that you still need to react to, emotions that you still need to process through, or it could also be that there could be something that perhaps you overreacted to or had a significant response to in the last few weeks. But let's go ahead and take a look here and see what messages we've got. The first card that we have is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a card it's very curious, it's gossipy, it's drama, it's trying to find out truth. It's kind of like water cooler talk. I do think that this is connected to the reaction. So this is like finding out truth or some sort of unnecessary drama that could have been happening that caused the reaction or you still need to react to. The next card that we have is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is also a card of secrets and mystery. So again, finding out this truth or that kind of gossip going around or that unknown. So that kind of seems to be the theme there. At the bottom, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of family and friends. So I do think that this is family or friend related for the majority of you. This also, though, is a card of celebration. So you could have been out celebrating something the last few weeks or completing something. If you look here, this card kind of looks like a finish line. So oftentimes, this is a card of completion as well. But let's take a look at clarifiers for our first column here. Just realized you're a little bit out of the frame here, Cancer, so give me just a second to readjust. Okay, much better. Okay, looking at our clarifiers, let's go ahead and see here. First and foremost, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very confident, very self-assured. I'm almost getting that you kind of knew what was going on. You knew what the gossip or drama was. You kind of knew the truth before it came out. That's just the message I'm getting. It doesn't make you any less bothered or any less emotional about it. But again, it's just almost like you kind of knew. You knew before you knew. The next card that we have is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is that card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. That's really tying in nicely with our Four of Wands, which is that card of completion. That's getting things done. And then at the bottom here, we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a card of newness. So it's we completed something and we're ready to take on something new. This is project, inspiration, urge to create. You could be doing some really crafty holiday things. I see some of you making ornaments or holiday cards or something along those lines. But again, this is a new project or a new undertaking in the last few weeks. So now we're going to take a look, Cancer, at our next column, which is just general, what's coming for the remainder of December. We have the card Dependability. Definitely people are going to be relying on you going into the end of this month. I feel like this is a specific event to Cancer. Perhaps you host holiday dinner or whatever it may be. But it does definitely seem like people are depending and relying on you going into these next few weeks. But let's see what messages. Maybe you're dog sitting or something too that's coming up. Pet sitting, something along those lines. But again, definitely people are looking to you for that reliability, that dependability. The first card that we have is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a card of being very patient, So do make sure patience is top of mind as we go through these last few weeks of the month. But this is a card of new money, job, raise, promotion. You could be getting like a bonus of some sort or a gift from your company as we close out the end of this year. So that does seem to be coming up for you. It could be monetary or non-monetary, but typically the Page of Pentacles is some sort of new money. But again, the patience message is really, really very important there, Cancer. The next card that we have is the Justice card. The Justice card is a card that's always favorable for you. This is a card of cause and effect, reaping the benefits of your hard work. This is truth coming out too. If you've been like unfairly treated or not recognized or not validated or not appreciated, this is like the truth coming out on a scenario. Or maybe you were like made out to be the bad person, Cancer, and the truth is kind of coming out and how that whole situation unfolded. This is also a good card in terms of contracts, legal matters, things of the court. That does indicate favorable outcomes for you there. At the bottom here we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a card of nurturing, healing, supporting. Again, people are going to look to you for that dependability. They're going to look to you for that support going into the end of this month. I will say though, you kind of need some downtime, Cancer. So just be aware of that. Take some time to yourself. I see you just like kind of laying in bed hanging out. So make sure you have that hangout time, that total relaxation time. The first clarifier we have for this column is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of rivalry, challenges, obstacles. I always explain these as like small bumps in the road, so not huge factors, but there are obstacles there. I feel like if you try and rush, whatever it is that's happening this month is just like going to cause conflict and it's going to cause issues. So again, make sure you keep the focus on patience. Otherwise, it's just going to cause problems. No rushing things these next few weeks here, Cancer. The next card we have is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups has a lot of meanings. One of those meanings is gifts. Again, I do see you kind of getting a gift or something. I think it looks like from an employer primarily, like a bonus or a box of wine or something along those lines. Some sort of gift there. This also represents innocence. So again, if you're dealing with matters of the court or legal things or contracts, again, that's favorable outcome for you. And then the Justice card is also like finding out truth. So it's like showing your innocence or showing your true role in the situation where maybe people misconstrued you or misinterpreted you. At the bottom here we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. It is also a very persistence card, but in general, so what I'm getting is like, if you commit to something, you need to do it. That's that dependability. That's that people looking to you for support. So that kind of reliable, like you said you were going to do something and you do it. So make sure you're persistent from that perspective. In terms of Nine of Wands, though, that's keeping and maintaining boundaries. Again, I do think some of you need rest, though. So if you like schedule a rest day and something comes up, you need to be like, nope, today is my rest day, and make sure you take that time for yourself, Cancer. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. I did get this new deck of cards, which is like tips, tricks, affirmations, general money things. So we're going to start with that. This is a practice of something you can do. It says keep a sum of cash available so that it is around you to remind you of the bond you are building with money. So in this column, we're going to take a look at anything related to money. Job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money, Cancer. The first card that we have is the Ace of Wands. Again, anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Wands, this is new project, new inspiration, new urge to create. I don't know that you're going to pick up these projects going into the end of this year, Cancer, but you definitely are going to have new projects at the beginning of next year. So just be ready for that. Be ready for that undertaking. It's important to take a creative approach with these too. Like if you do the same old, you may not get the same result that you're used to. So not only is this about taking on something new, this is taking on something new with a new approach. The next card that we have is the World card. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana. It's completing a goal, completing a lesson, completing a project. I feel like you're wrapping up what you have left for this year, and then again, that's where this new stuff is coming in. I think a lot of lessons could have been learned this year too, in regards to money or in regards to career and your job. I do see, again, kind of like that cycle of learning that's happened. But again, I think this is stuff wrapping up and coming to a close for you for the end of the year. At the bottom here, we have the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of going within for clarity. It's about being on your own personal path or quest, however you want to refer to that. I'm not sure that you particularly love what you're doing here, Cancer. And I think you need to, in 2023, so again, kind of a little bit future focused here, figure out a way that you're feeling more fulfilled or you're getting more enjoyment out of your career or even out of your money. Taking a look at clarifiers, the first clarifier we have is the Lovers card. The Lovers card is a card of partnership, deep love, strength together. Anytime we have two of something on a card, though, it could be an indicator of a decision. So just be aware of that. You very well could have a decision as to what kind of your next project is. Maybe they're like, you can have this one or this one, and decide from there. This is also the decision, again, to take a new and different and creative approach to whatever your future projects are. This could be the beginning of a new relationship as well, too. Not a love interest per se, but a business or financial relationship. The next card we have is the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of trusting your intuitions. You see the face within the moon there. Anytime we have that, it's really important that we trust our intuition. But with the Moon card also, this is a card of like things kind of popping up. So I wouldn't be surprised that if after you kind of wrap up all of your stuff going into the end of the year, that like something pops up that you still need to address before the year is over. At the bottom here, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, quick change, news coming in. This is also a card of social media, so perhaps you find out about a new job or a new hobby or something through social media. Again, this is about doing things that we feel good about, and I'm not sure you're really getting that from your job right now. This could indicate, though, a change for you, though, too, where we do start to enjoy it more. I actually like to see that. It's kind of hard to say exactly what this change is going to be, but this is indicating some sort of shift, and a shift that's coming in the near future with the Eight of Wands there. Okay, let's go into our next column now, Cancer, which is anything related to love. Similar to the money column, we did buy a new love deck of cards. Let's see what your love message says. It says, power. You instinctively know what is right, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. In this column, we're going to take a look at anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage. Really, again, whatever you associate with love here, Cancer. The first card that we have is the Eight of Wands. We just talked about the Eight of Wands. So this is news coming in. I think we're going to be finding out something going into the end of this year related to love. Social media doesn't seem to be fitting where it was in our last column. It's like you're finding out some sort of love news. Perhaps there's a grandbaby, niece or nephew, engagement, maybe your best friend is getting married, something along those lines. You're like finding out news of something. It feels close, but it doesn't feel personal, if that makes sense. The next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of leaving a legacy. This is really nice long-term energy. This is speaking to the health and stability of the relationship, or if you're entering into a new relationship, it does seem really promising long-term, which I like to see. Again, long-term. This is also a card of retirement. So you could be retiring. Congratulations to those of you that are, or your spouse, or perhaps parents are retiring. Just retirement, again, around you. And then this could also be inheritance. There could be some money coming in around you as well. The next card that we have is the Temperance card. I really like the Temperance card no matter where it comes up in our readings. This is a card of balance, a card of harmony. It's kind of like peace being restored to the relationship. So really nice, peaceful, happy, healthy next few weeks for you. let's look at our clarifiers here. The first clarifier that we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of, this is like luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain. Again, when I see this in the love column, it's like money around you. So same thing with the Ten of Pentacles. It seems like perhaps somebody's getting an inheritance, or you're moving in together and you're going from one income to two incomes, or perhaps your partner is getting a pay raise, something of that sort. Again, there seems to be money around at this point. The next card that we have is the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of greed, envy, materialism, obsession. I feel like this is just saying that we need to make sure that there's balance, and I'm not sure where balance is coming from, but that's what I'm hearing here, Cancer, is balance. To kind of stay in this happy, healthy, long-term position. Again, Ten of Pentacles is that very long-term energy. Just make sure that we keep balance top of mind. It's like this balance that's coming in this month with the Temperance. Make sure that we're carrying that forward. The next card that we have is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card of compromise. And I feel like sometimes compromise can kind of be a strong word, but it's that fine give and take, that helping when needed. It's compromising to keep that balance, to keep that harmony. It's that little bit of give and take. So just a tip and trick to keep that kind of nice, healthy, happy balance going for you. Okay, now we're going to move into our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. This is just like advice or guidance to take into the end of the year. But let's see here what our summary card is. The summary card is preservation. This is a good one. This is about preserving your time, your energy, your money, really any of your resources, any of your assets, preserving them in a way that is beneficial to you. So make sure you're spending, again, your time, your energy, your money in the right places. Do be aware that you can preserve too much though. So too much preservation kind of shuts everyone and everything out. So it's that fine balancing act. The first card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is very reliable, very hardworking. What I'm seeing here is you're working towards something and we're not sure if we're getting the traction that we need. So the Knight of Pentacles, again, this is your hard work, your dedication there. Typically the Knight of Pentacles does mean reaping the benefits of your hard work. But if you look at the next card here, we have the Five of Pentacles. And this is a card of worry. So again, you're kind of worried that you're maybe not moving in the right direction, or you're not accomplishing what you're working towards. The Four of Pentacles here at the bottom is a card of like desires for long-term security. So again, this is what you're working towards, but you're worried you're not making the progress or getting there. Like I said, the King of Pentacles would be a good indicator that you are. But let's clarify and see what other messages we've got here. First clarifier is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is kind of multitasking. It's a lot going on. So I think just knowing that there's a lot going on, Cancer, you're making slower progress than perhaps you would like to see. But nonetheless, you are making progress. You're putting the hard work in. And the Knight of Pentacles, again, is leading you to that you're going to be reaping the benefits of your hard work. The next card we have is the balance, or is Temperance, which is again that card of balance, that card of harmony. Temperance can also be kind of like a renewal card. So I think these worries are going to resolve, and you'll realize that you're starting to make progress. I see worrying less coming with the balance card. And at the bottom here we have the Sun card. In terms of good card in the tarot deck, it really doesn't get much better than the Sun card. This is a card of happiness, material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. So I do think we're going to accomplish whatever this desire is. So stay patient there. Just know that with all things going on, maybe it makes it look like you haven't made the progress you're hoping for, but in reality you have. Okay, Cancer, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the 3 of Diamonds. This is number 48 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the 5 of Hearts. This is number 2 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the Queen of Diamonds. This is the number 12 card. That's also going to be a yes. So yeses across the board there, Cancer. We also pulled a card from our Healing Stones deck earlier this month, which is a crystal to keep with you for December. Your crystal is amber, which is good for creativity, warmth. It gives you a childish-like candor, happiness, and joy of life. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Apparently you're getting this one. It says, somehow in the midst of struggle, life finds its way to take care of you when you open yourself to receive healing, and all will be well. Thank you so much, Cancer, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. If you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful remainder of the year.